Hey, what's up, YouTubers? Thanks for joining us for the quick review today on YouTube. Hey, if you haven't done so, go to our website, beardedhops.com, where you can find all the information about the podcast and where we're at as far as where you can find the podcasts and links to YouTube and the beers that we're looking for, that kind of stuff. So go check it out. Now enjoy this quick review. Far better it is to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to take rank with those poor spirits who neither enjoy much nor suffer much, because they live in the gray twilight that knows neither victory nor defeat. Theodore Roosevelt said that, and it's on this can of a hazy IPA that I'm going to do a quick review of today. This is from the Brewing Projekt out of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. It's called Dare Mighty Things IPA. The can is really a pretty can, and this is a limited release from them. This may be a can worth keeping. I don't know. I might do a little more research to see how rare this actually is. But this is a hazy IPA. There are 4 hops brewed with Citra, Mosaic, Amarillo, and Eldorado. It's a 6.4% ABV beer. There is no IBU given anywhere on the can or on the website or any of the check-in or rate sites. The Brewing Projekt almost didn't get off the ground due to some political and governmental challenges along the way. This brewery is very, very new craft beer world, and I say very, very new. It's 3 years old, so it's really new. They opened their doors, they opened the tap room in April of 2015, but after the first 2 years of operation, the Brewing Projekt outgrew its original location and had to move across the street to something a little bit larger. So they went through a hell of a time with government shutdowns, paperwork being delayed. They had a deadline that they had to open by or it would have been scrapped. It all came together. Now we have a hazy IPA to try today. So I'm going to crack her open. So this being a quick review, I'm not going to drink the whole beer during this review. I will give my first impressions of how it smells, how it tastes, and give an initial thought on where I would rate this beer. But if you want to see where I actually end up putting this beer, check out Untappd, because that's where I put all the beers. Adam puts all of his beers there for the podcast. I'm Chadilek907, and Adam is Tall Dog Beer on Untappd. So you can always friend request us. I'm always happy to have more friends and see what everybody else is drinking. So let me get this poured, and let's watch and see what happens. Okay, well, I'm not going to get the whole can in there, obviously, because there's a pretty massive head on this, about 3 inches worth of head. It is super hazy, so I'm guessing that this is going to be a nice, juicy IPA. Let's get the old light on it. You can see, you're not seeing through this thing anywhere. It lightens up, obviously. Put it on the bottom there. It's super, super hazy. It's totally opaque. You can't see through it, simply put. Oh, that smells so good. Oh, but I can't wait to drink this. I need to set this down. Wiggle the old finger in the head just so I can see if I can get that head down just a little bit quicker. While the head's going down, take a look at just a real quick look at some of the other beers that the Brewing Projekt has. They don't do many, so actually I can run through them real quick. They've got a Gunpowder IPA, the Dare Mighty Things. This is a limited release. Skullduggery IPA, West Coast Hybrid Pale. That's an American pale ale brewed with wheat and Amarillo hops. Then they've got Double Gunpowder IPA, double version of the regular Gunpowder. Wet Hopped Gunpowder. It's the Gunpowder IPA recipe amped up with a huge wet hop addition of Citra to the Whirlpool. Midnight Oil. This is a coffee nitro, or not a nitro, it's just a coffee stout. And then the Stolen Mile is a sessionable golden ale. So that's what they have. 8 beers, fairly new brewery, fairly small. On their website, when you first come to the splash page, and it says it on the can too, actually, it says work worth doing, beer worth brewing. And I like their mission. They have a mission statement. It says the Brewing Projekt's mission is to create damn good beer. Not beer that everyone will like, rather beer that many will love. Boring just isn't our lifestyle. If that's what you want, go somewhere else. That's pretty cool. I like that. It does say right on the bottom here, work worth doing, beer worth brewing. That quote from Theodore Roosevelt is on the can. That's it. 4 hops, 1 pint ale, 6.4, Citra, Mosaic, Amarillo, Eldorado. Very citrusy smelling. I'm going to pour just a little bit more into this. See if I can get a little more of the flavor to pop here. Well, you know what? I'm going to sample it before I look at the ratings, because I don't know where this beer rates. Super citrusy, juicy, orangey, grapefruity. Okay, here we go. That's so good. These hazy IPAs, I always thought that describing a beer as juicy was not really like a cop-out, but it's just kind of a really, it's like the words big and bold. That's the way I thought of it, but that's actually not the case with an IPA. If it's hazy and it tastes good, best word to describe it is juicy, because it's got a fruit juice flavor to it with an excellent IPA, hoppiness, bitterness. I have no idea where the IBUs are at on this. It doesn't really matter because it's very well balanced anyway. So they don't give any malt information for this beer anywhere. I'm going to say, I really like this. I'm gonna say 4 on this. That's yummy. So real quick, let's look at the Untapped rating on this. 3,736 total check-ins, 2,844 unique at this time. It was added May of last year. Average rating 4.03. Beer Advocate, as is usually the case, way fewer ratings on Beer Advocate than Untapped. Only 41 people have put this on Beer Advocate, but it rates a 4.19. out of 5. The availability on the Brewing Projekt's website isn't shown, but on Beer Advocate, it does say that this is a limited brew and only brewed one time. So I don't know how much they have of it. I don't know if they're going to do it again. Although it does say on the beer page, we make a lot of beers, some come and go, which is true. That's probably, there's only 8 on here. They've got a lot that come and go. But here are a couple that are around most of the time. And Dare Mighty Things is on that list that says it's around most of the time. And then when the season is right, they've got 4, the last 4 that I named earlier, the Double Gunpowder, the Wet Hopped Gunpowder, the Midnight Oil, and the Stolen Mile. They just do those every once in a while. So good beer, awesome hazy IPA, initial rating of 4. I have no problem saying that's probably where this is going to stay all the way through, because these juicy IPAs just have excellent flavor, and they don't seem to change much as the temperature goes up. So awesome. Way to go, Brewing Projekt. Great beer. Cheers, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Can's like a kaleidoscope. I'm seeing if I can give myself vertigo. Nah, I'll just drink the beer.